Good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this impromptu Saturday night stream. I was flying around on YouTube there, clicking on different things, trying to see who was on right now, and nobody was on. So I'm like, well, I'll go on. Why not? Um, so welcome. Good to see y'all. A lot of good people in here. A lot of my regulars. We got the Yamaha biker. We got Vinoy. Let's see. We got Pat Dagler, Stephanie St. German. What is it? 7 a.m. already? Oh, that's Monday through Friday. This is Saturday. Benjamin Walther, you go to sleep soon. Well, I hope you're able to enjoy at least some of this before you go to bed. Mystery Softset Theater, hello, welcome always. ATV Thunder, Thunder. Lizzie Lou, actually, I have a channel just for my music because all those songs you hear during my intro are songs that I wrote. And when I was a DJ, hello USA, Stephen Alley, hello, Andrew Forrest, hello. So when I was a DJ back in the 90s, my DJ name was TR573. So I actually have a link on my channel under other channels to the TR573 channel. That's my other channel. I really haven't done much on it. Just like I said, just posted a bunch of my songs on there. And then I have two more channels, but technically they're my son's channels, the son of Hezekiah and the Mighty Morphin YouTuber. He tries to do like game streaming and stuff, but he doesn't have too much content on there, but he's working on it. He's trying to turn it into something. But so, yeah, that's all that is. So I've been tinkering around with some different things, trying to sort of reformat the show so that come Monday morning, I'll have some new stuff for you. And since it's October, I'm thinking of replacing the music in my intro to like all my heavy metal. Well, not all of them. They wouldn't fit in 10 minutes, but maybe put some of my heavy metal stuff on there because that seems more appropriate for Halloween. But so anyway, first of all, greetings to everyone. Welcome once again. Good to see y'all here tonight in this last minute stream. Mighty Morphin YouTuber sounds like a Cholito channel. Yes, right? Because he tried to be a Power Ranger. That didn't quite work out for him, though, did it? But what I got going on tonight, a couple things I want to talk about. First of all, did y'all see Artie's stream last night? Because that was an absolute nightmare. And what's interesting for me especially is because I've been on that panel before. All the same people were on there that were on with Artie last night. I made it through Ian's tantrum. Yes, ATV Thunder. We even today we worked on we got our we replanted our cactus. We were able to save it, so that helped a lot. That was cool. And then the neighbor down the street, their wall is still just missing. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to fix all that, but that was the worst I saw. It wasn't anything that hit my house, but like I said, just right down the street, the entire side of their house is just gone. Which Artie? Artie's Corporate Fiction. Hey, Catwell, what's up? I'm going to show a clip of it because this is the thing that got me. So, like I said, I've actually been on this same panel before myself with Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. And Vert to Ferk, I didn't say hello. Hi. Yes, I am okay. Thank you very much. Stephen Alley, hello. Welcome. So what happened was he was talking to these guys, and the one dude, I forget his name, and at this point, I don't even want to say his name out loud because he's a piece of crap. But when I was on the panel, he kept over talking me and doing it, and just like he was doing with Artie. But and I have to, Grandma Wolf, hello. I got to start working a little bit on my debate/interview skills because I haven't done a lot of them, and in the little bit I have done, I would go back and watch and notice that I really try to be polite and to listen and to let them make their point. But I realized when you're talking to these people, when you do that, they just talk the whole time and just, babble on in circles, the same old nonsense arguments. So it's like you got to step in there and say, hey, whoa, wait a minute, slow down, hold on. What are we talking about here? But I was trying to be polite and nice and all that, whatever. And this one particular guy kept talking over me. But I still tried to be polite to him and respectful. But after I saw Artie's Corporate Fiction on the same panel last night, that guy was there. And not only was he treating Artie kind of the same way he treated me, but he was getting mad. And then it devolved into, and I'm going to show you the clip right now for those of you who missed it, because I couldn't believe this. And again, I forgot the dude's name right now. it'll take 5 seconds to research it and find out, but I don't even want to acknowledge him by saying his name out loud. Wait till you see I have lost any tiny itty bit of respect I had for this guy is gone. And if they ever invite me back to their panel and he's there, no, I just don't want to have anything to do with him ever again. And if I do talk to him, I'm not going to be polite anymore after I saw this. Check this out. If you guys didn't see it, wait till you hear what this dude says to Artie.
751.2.211 P2D289. There's fucking a bunch of stuff in here.
Can I see what it looks like?
Yeah, I'm trying to show you.
Hang on, I got it. Let me bring it up.
Can you read it?
There we go. 94 CA 2D 751.
I'm getting good at this technographical stuff.
Okay, so it's misspelled actually. Well, according to this, it says stuck versus medical examiners.
Oh, then I copied and fucking printed this one, so I could have mistyped it. It's fine.
Tequila Lawyer Row Kid.
Let me see if I can get it.
I like Tequila Kid better. Just kidding. The guy that Artie's talking to right now.
Versus medical exam. There we go. What does this say?
So it says it's controlled by statute. The court is governed by the rules of limited jurisdiction, and courts exercising jurisdiction over such matters must proceed within the structures of the statute. The state citizen is immune from any and all government attacks and procedure absent contract, which is what I'm kind of trying to get into with the difference between 14, which you know goddamn well because I
haven't see here. So absent is not here. So absent absent contract, that's not here. What was the other words? Let me see what.
That was a quote from
contract. Contract isn't even in here.
The state citizen is. This is all run together. So the state citizen is immune from any and all government attacks.
Immune
is Dred Scott versus Sanford. The one was the structures of the statute was the medical examiner. So
structure. Well, so immune is not there.
Hello, Krim Crawford. Good to see you.
I just said that one is, dude. I can't deal with this fucking guy. He keeps interrupting me. Listen.
Well, settle down. Just settle down. Make your points. You guys don't. It's starting to get ego shit going on. Let's not have that.
It's a fucking little Jewy lawyer fuck, and I want to.
Oh, dude.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Lawyer fuck me. Listen. Said that one is, dude. I can't deal with this fucking guy. He keeps interrupting me. Listen.
Well, settle down. Just settle down. Make your points. You guys don't. It's starting to get ego shit going on. Let's not have that.
It's a fucking little Jewy lawyer fuck, and I want to.
Oh, dude.
So that was the moment where I lost any even minimum amount of respect I ever had for that guy. And like I said, when I heard him say that throws all of your arguments out the window, right? Like, even if you do have a point about this law or that law, it doesn't matter once you cross that line. He's a Jewy lawyer. First of all, oh man. And then Artie's like, I can't believe that you went on this anti-Semitic BS. And he's like, what anti-Semitism? What do you call it? Let me find out his name because it's in here. Like I said, I've talked to him before. The problem is, let me go to the other. Because if you look at Artie's, here, let me pull that back up real quick and show you. His name, if you see, is covered by Artie's thing. Oh, it says burn the corporate fiction because he's talking to Artie's corporate fiction. So that's not his normal screen name. He just changed it for this one debate. But if you ever see this, the dude with the baby, because he always uses the same one, that's the guy. And he's always here with Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. I guess he's Sovereign Soul's son. And that's why he's always on the panel with them. But not just crossing the line, but going with the whole anti-Semitism route. That's too far. You can disagree, but that's taking it to a whole nother level of stupid. And whenever anyone goes that route and starts talking about like, oh well, it's all the Jews' fault, or it's all the aliens' fault, or it's all the lizard people's fault, then they lose any credibility in anything else they ever say. Hello, Patricia. Welcome. Good to see you. So anyway, I just wanted to show that bit because that was the part that got me the most enraged. And then after that, he rage quit, and then Artie stayed on there, and he actually had a decent conversation with Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. And yeah, they still disagreed on everything, but at least they were able to discuss it like two humans. And aside from the fact of this guy doing this, and the fact that I have no respect for him now because he did that, there's also the point that the idea of what their argument was in general was coming from this place where he would quote a law, right? Like they always cite, well, 634029-316 RLC, blah, 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 nonsense says this, and then they'll quote it. And so instead of like their fans do, hearing those quotes and saying, oh, see, I knew it. Those laws say that I could drive without a license. These laws say this, these laws say that. What Artie would do is he'd say, whoa, wait a minute. What statute did you quote? Okay, let me pull up that statute and see what it says. And then he would go over it. And it was always not what the guy was claiming. So that's why he was saying, oh, you're just one of those stupid Jewy lawyers, because he's saying that you just go by the law based on the law, not on our interpretation of the law, but on the actual law itself, which apparently is an insane thing to do. But yeah, it's nuts. I like when Artie gets these losers all twisted up and it shows their real colors. Yeah, that's one of the things too. Like I was alluding to earlier, like when I interview these guys, because I have talked to him before, he was giving me a hard time and doing the same stuff, but he didn't cross the line into personal attacks. So I tried to be respectful and let him speak and blah, blah, blah. And I always kind of saw it like when I have people on here and I let them talk, it's kind of like, well, I'm going to let them dig their own hole. I'm going to let them put themselves in their own grave sort of thing. But I'm starting to realize that if you don't challenge them on something, they're just going to keep regurgitating the same nonsense that you always hear from them on every audit, every day. I'm just doing what they do, which is a bunch of crappy poo-poo caca crap. Also, have you guys heard that Big West Audits was arrested again? He's only been auditing for a couple of weeks, and he's already been arrested, 2-3 times? Twice that I know of. Hey, out there, associates, welcome. Good to see you. So Frauditor Troll did a whole stream showing the arrest of Big West and his buddy. So that was fun to watch. It's weird because it makes me wonder if, being a newbie frauditor, he's going to quickly learn his lesson and realize that this isn't worth it, or if that's just going to make him double down like, wow, the cops really are evil. They keep arresting me. It's like, well, yeah, because you keep doing these things. Like, well, why do you think they're arresting you? Because, well, what would they say, right? Oh, because I have a camera. Well, everyone has a camera. So does everyone get arrested? No. Not everybody goes walking up into the prisons and other places where you don't belong. And then I love the arguments they make, man. Like, we're talking about Big West audits and how he got arrested. Getting arrested at a prison. How fitting. Yeah, they didn't have far to go to lock him up. He was already there. But yeah, it's like when the cops say, hey, you have to leave. And you say, well, they never told me to leave. It's like, I'm telling you to leave now. And there's always that thing where it's like, well, this person didn't say this or that person didn't say that. It's like, yeah, well, I'm telling you. right? When they told him that he was on private property and that he had to leave, it's not. It's like they turned it into, no, this isn't proper private property because I said it's not. So when the cops come, well, they never told me to leave. Yeah, they did, like 82 times. You just decided that you weren't on private property, therefore them telling you to leave doesn't count because you don't count it in your head. Well, once again, and as always, it's not the camera, it's the cameraman. If you guys want to take a look real quick, I'll pull that up. The actual arrest itself, it's from Big Wes's camera angle. So what you see is his buddy getting arrested, and then the cops, come up to him and arrest him. But the one where they arrest his buddy is great. Let's see. I think I got that here. Let's see if I can find the right here. It's really long before there's an arrest. The audio is horrible. Okay, here we go. This is where it gets good. So let me pull that up real quick for those of you who didn't see it. This is great. All right, this is from Troll.
Super sticker. Thank you for the $5. Really appreciate that. And Grim Reefer for the $5 says, watching this is like watching. Thank you for participating.
I fast forwarded all the way to the end. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, and just letting you know, guys, right
it.
now we can't really hear well what's going on, but we have the footage from this.
We have a tyrant out here.
We have a tyrant out here.
Sir, I complied. Why do I have to get my driver's license? I didn't commit a crime. I said I was going to leave, didn't I? Yeah. Sir, I just said I was going to leave. Why would you need my ID?
7 more, guys. 7 more viewers. We're at 1,000.
No.
Here we go.
Let's get this. I'm not doing just comply with him. Just listen to him, bro.
Yeah,
just listen to him.
Just listen to him.
Failure to identify. You want to lose?
We hit 1,000, guys. 1,000 live viewers.
Guys.
Oh shit. Oh, that's a good move.
I want to put applause on that.
This guy. Sir, I was complying.
Yeah, it's like, don't arrest me. I'm complying.
Yeah, I was complying.
He keeps saying I was going to leave, but he never leaves until he gets arrested.
That's just true, bro. I'm complying. I'm just filming for my protection. I'm going to leave. I said.
Hey, YouTube, we're not promoting this. This is not police brutality. This was 2 criminals that are going at a prison to harass the guards. So we're just going to watch the.
Thank you very much for joining, Catwoo.
This is a police officer in the line of duty taking down a criminal. That's it. We're not encouraging any type of violence.
You want to lose your job. Guys! Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Sir, I was complying. He's a correctional officer. Yeah, I was complying. Turn around, get on the floor. I was complying.
Yeah, you see, he's not saying.
That's just true, bro. I'm complying. I'm just filming for my protection.
He's not saying there's tyrants, nothing. He's just.
I'm gonna leave. I said I would leave. Right, trooper?
When did he say he was gonna leave? He never said he was gonna leave, saying we're allowed to be here. They're tyrants. And as soon as his buddy's on the ground, all the solidarity goes out the window. And there's no honor amongst frauditors.
Well, I'll walk away. I don't want to be a sort of. I'm not doing nothing, sir.
I'm not. It's open to the public.
No, it isn't.
How would I?
You're not there to visit someone.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Kim. Thank you very much. Hello, I am back.
I hope everybody's calm right now, guys. This is bullshit. I didn't do anything wrong.
Trooper, just for the record, sir, I was waiting for you to escort me out and show you that sign. You know I wasn't being disorderly or anything. And he really wasn't either.
He's still trying to cover his ass. So now what I wonder is that this guy is getting arrested, but how is Big West going to get arrested? How is this going to escalate to him being arrested as well?
I'm showing Troll's video of the arrest.
Yeah, forgot to read the chat. Thank you so much, Karen Delphine, for the $5 super
And
sticker.
Troll's a big supporter,
Really
so I know
thank
that
you
he
so
won't
much,
mind
CNC
me
Wizard,
using
for the
his
$2. If each
his
viewer
stuff.
gives him $1, he'll still be broke. Yeah, absolutely, CNC Wizard. You're totally right.
You guys violated my rights. I hope you guys understand that. We are trying to go into any restricted areas. This is we're not even trying to get access to the building.
Sir, does this trooper know that I'm complying? Does he know I'm
Hello,
complying?
He's
Binary
still covering
Tools.
his ass. That's it.
How's it going on? Okay.
It's amazing. These guys.
And I want to tell you, guys, something. Somewhere at home is CRA's wife saying, I told that idiot to stop this frauditing nonsense. And she's probably watching it. She was probably watching it live, seeing her husband getting arrested and being just questioning her, you know, her marriage choices. Because he's going to lose his wife if he keeps doing this crap.
Yes. Your internet is finally back up. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Yeah, that body slam by the cop was classic. That's why I wanted to show this. In fact, I'd like to see that again because that was the highlight right there. The best part.
Sir, I just said I was going to leave. Why did you need my ID?
I might make a
7 more,
video
man.
just of
7
that.
more viewers. We're at 1,000.
Don't touch me.
Hello, Christo.
Don't
Uh-oh.
touch me. Let's get this. I'm not doing
Just comply with him. Just listen to him, bro.
Yeah,
Just listen to him.
Just listen to
Why are
him.
you touching me? Failure to identify. You want to lose?
We hit 1,000, guys. 1,000
Here it
more
comes. Here it
viewers.
comes. Here it comes.
Oh shit. Oh, that's a good
that's
move.
beautiful.
Oh, look at that guy. Look at this guy.
Anyway, yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you guys for joining. I just got 2 new members. That's beautiful. Thank you I appreciate that very much. And yeah, so that's that one. And then let's see, what did we start with? For those of you who just joined us, who weren't here earlier, we were talking about how just yesterday Artie's Corporate Fiction was in a debate, and this guy who I guess is Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind's son apparently was on there, and he was arguing with Artie, and every time he made a point about quoting a specific law, Artie would look up the law and actually read the actual thing, and he didn't like that. So he said, I'm not listening to you anymore. You're just a stupid Jew lawyer. And that was, at that point, it was done. That was like, okay, this guy's a piece of garbage. We're done with that. It was over. So I remember Schrodinger's cat having over 10,000 once. Oh yeah, he was the king. Believe me, he absolutely was. So then the other thing I wanted to share today is a video I was watching by a guy called Miami City News. And I mean, it's a pretty standard. They walk into a building, Debo's Nation, what's up? They walk into a building, everybody argues and wants to give them a hard time. And then ultimately they leave and blah, blah, blah. Same old, same old. But the reason why I wanted to show this specifically is because I think it's a perfect example of one of the things I've been saying is that they always want to accuse the cops of acting like a gang and trying to intimidate people. But when you see how many frauditors are there in a group, tell me that that isn't exactly what they're accusing everyone else of doing all the time. So we could add anti-Semitism to his resume now. Yeah, right? He's an anarchist, a sovereign citizen, and an anti-Semite. Beautiful. Ugh. So anyway, let's look at this. Take a quick look at this. What is it? It's the Miami City News idiot. And see what he's up to with his gang of frauditors trying to intimidate the cops, which is hilarious. And it's a correctional center, right? That's the new thing, I guess. Instead of post offices, now it's prisons. Let's see what he's got here for us.
Correction.
Sean Artie's Puerto Rican. He never talks about his religion at all, but he always says, dude, I'm Puerto Rican. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm a Jew.
He said it's private property.
He's crazy. This is public property, sir.
Yeah, this is public. I try to tell him that.
See, who are you to tell him that his place is private or public? It's his business. Yeah, Sean, religion-wise, Artie never talks about that stuff, just trying to keep it,
All right, guys. This is
You
the
know, to the
lobby of
facts,
Turner
no.
Guilford Knight Correctional.
no religion or politics, right?
Yo, if I need to pay a bond, how do I do that?
Right away.
Okay, so if you need to pay the bond, you pay the bond on this computer right here. This is Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Institute here in Miami-Dade County. These are correction workers. All right, guys.
Yeah, and you asked him a question and he answered it. No problem. All right, they're all nice. You filmed everything. Audit over. You won, right?
Who owns it? Can't film it, but he's the one who gives you a policy or taxes on. And before that, I tried to say hello to, they just tried to ignore me. Why, they're hard to hear you? I don't know.
All right, I'm already got to pause this real quick. So this is another thing that I like to point out. They always talk about how, well, these guys are ignoring me. They're supposed to be public servants, and how dare they ignore me? Yet, they always will argue, right, that they don't understand. What we're fighting for is to be able to walk into a building with our cameras and nobody bothers us. They just leave us alone and ignore us and let us film. So when they ignore you, you complain, how dare a public servant ignore me? But if they don't ignore you, you complain that the goalpost always changes. They always talk in circles, and it's impossible to win no matter what you do. You could be the sweetest, nicest person in the world, and they're going to claim that you're a tyrant. And if you actually do engage in tyranny, I don't know. They don't really show that too much. You don't really see too much of that. They make it sound like it happens every time, but it's always like, may I see your ID? That's tyranny. Boom. The fact that he said those words are tyranny. Okay. So, like, if he had you on the ground busting your kneecaps with a billy club, what would that be? If just asking you for an ID is tyranny, then what is that? Like, I would think that would be tyranny, and asking for your ID would be standard practice, right? Oh man. Anyway, here we go with more of these stupidity from stupids, dumbness from dumbers, idiocy from idiots.
Chuck, this is the machine to pay the commissary. You pay right here.
You pay commentary ball right here.
All right, guys. Miami-Dade Corrections. How's everything, bro?
Inside,
Hey, sir, are you allowed to have a firearm?
Is that a law, man? Is it a law? Show me a law policy.
Look at this. Look at this. A whole gang of frauditors.
Where's the policy? Can I ask you a question? What's your name and your background?
Sir, are you allowed to have a firearm in a correctional institute?
No, that's
you
why
need
he
to leave
brought
that
one
the
in.
front. I'm serious. He can't bring it. You can't bring a gun inside a jail, sir. The cops have to leave their guns in the car.
Well, the fact that he walked in there with a gun kind of shows that that's
Sir,
not
you need
true.
to leave your firearm in the vehicle. This is a correctional institute.
Hey, look, hey, Tyler, I'm pointing at you, Tyler. Can you guys be professional? Yeah, why? Why would you want to look good in front of cameras? Why? I don't understand it. Hey, I'm pointing at you. I'm pointing at you. I'm pointing at you. No, I'm asking you a question. You're saying I'm pointing at you. And now I'm pointing at you. Yeah, you have a bad attitude. So, and you have a bad attitude too. Unprofessional attitude. Kick rocks. Get out of here. Get out of here.
What's up? What happened? Yo, what's up?
Hold on, let me talk to you really quick. Can anybody just walk in and out of here or no? Like anybody, can anybody just walk in? No. I'm not
What was
talking
that cut?
Spanish. I'm not talking Chinese. I'm
Hey,
talking
troll, what's up, brother? Welcome. Good to see ya.
Okay, but you're looking like I talk to you in English. All right, what's up? What's your name? Solange. How do you spell that?
We're just watching a gang of frauditors
Okay, you're back.
try to harass and intimidate correctional officers.
That's a person's last name. Now listen, can anybody walk in and out of here? That's all I want to know.
County building, you allowed to walk in here.
Exactly. So who pays this building?
This is what's his name? Miami City News.
Public, right? Which is us, right? Okay, so what's the issue with us filming?
What do you mean with?
Your employees said right here. They said that we can't film. He said that we can't film it. Don't point at me.
You allowed to film a step restricted area.
Once restricted, past that, right? But this right here, look, I'm just all by myself once again. Look, like, see? Look,
Yeah, you're right.
This is right here.
This is, you could hear. You could hear past the restricted area, you can't.
Can you school all of them? Because they were like, oh, you can't film here. Can you school
No,
them?
but you can film here.
Hey, you heard him?
Once
Yeah,
you
the
read
frauditors
film,
are the
once you
tyrants,
restricted
yeah.
area,
Is
You
it
can't.
restricted? Hey,
Uh-huh.
you were high. So
Once you
can
get past
you?
that, you can't bring film from past the.
So
That's why-
Okay, so he just explained it. Why can't you just explain accept the explanation?
Open area, open door, and say it's restricted.
You know, you have to
That's
pass
what
by
it has
there
to be a law.
without any metal, and obviously that's gonna go off. So that's why.
We have no problem doing that.
So, cause you go inside, if you ask questions, if you had any questions in reference to like an inmate,
Yeah.
if you ask him for anything like that, you can do that.
That's what we
But you
came
can't
here
come in
for
with any,
record
like,
request.
right, so you can do that.
A record
You can't
request.
bring
Ooh.
Any metal.
How
to it.
original.
That's not gonna be able to work.
But we were trying to school your officers because he was getting upset. He was high on something, so we want to know what's going on. He told me he can't film.
You're the ones
He said
that are
I was
high.
trespassing outside. So how does that make sense?
No.
No, he said I was trespassing.
I know somebody hates me. I'm gonna say that. No.
No, I feel you.
No, listen. But if you pass this point,
You know, we are right.
Obviously, we gotta get on the camera.
So you
my
guys-
phone.
so you guys are good.
I gotta give him, you know,
You
the
guys-
drugs
Yeah.
the drugs that I have on me. We gotta give it to him. I get it.
Yeah, of course.
I get it. Okay.
More than America.
Officer, one question. Is he allowed to have a firearm in here?
Why would he walk in with a firearm if he wasn't?
Name and badge number.
Because the cops have to leave their firearms
Name
in the
and badge
car.
number.
How do you know that?
Name and badge number. Come on, man, look good. It's a camera. Don't you want to look good in front of a camera? No, then you suck.
You
Get out.
don't. You look like an idiot.
Name and badge number. No, he looks kick rocks. Name and badge number. You don't want to look. Oh, man, you guys don't know. You guys have failed. Get out of here. All of y'all kick rocks. Get back to work. This is my name. What does it say here? Let me see. John. Hey, that's my name right there. Williamson. Two of them professional. All of them kick rocks. Get out of here. Get back to work. Get back to work. I'm pointing at you. Get back to
So,
work. You guys suck, right? You can't do
how
shit, huh?
silly
It's a free country, right?
can these guys be?
Where's the law, man? Freedom of the press, man. That's all it is. If you guys would have been nice, you would have been nice, man. No,
Guys, check it out.
he seems like a nice
Yeah,
guy,
the
man.
cops are
You
actually
told me I
doing a
was
good job.
trespassing by getting close to your car.
I'm going to repeat it again.
Now that was stupid.
No, you don't speak English. I'm gonna speak
No,
English.
you don't speak
Let
English.
me
I'm saying.
say,
All right.
You try to open up my door.
No. I
If you
said,
open up the
is
car
your door
door.
open? That's what I.
See, they keep cutting stuff out. Like, I'd love to know what they cut out.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Almost name again, my first name. Real simple. I'm sorry? Oriental, Etienne. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. 2 days. Look, I film police and
Martinez Christian, number 31.
Them getting owned is what got cut out. Oh, and then the whole ending of it is gone, huh? Yeah, I watched most of it, but I didn't. Oh, is this the before part?
What's up, man? A lot of arrests tonight? Hey, what's up, America? We're here at Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Institute in Miami-Dade County, and there's
Oh,
so
yeah,
many
I thought
inmates
there
at
was
the
a lot.
county
Chuck
jail right now
Johnson
that the cops
changed
can't
the real
drop off
camera.
the inmates. They're actually waiting in line to drop off inmates. Check it out, guys.
Yeah, you're going to be one of them soon if
Yo,
you
lower
keep
your
it up.
window, my man. Shorty.
Oh, comply with my demands,
Unprofessional
officer.
Is it inmate? Yo,
'Cause
my
I'm
man,
the
what they bust
tyrant.
you for?
Let me out of the car. I'll show you. I wonder if the cops giving
Yo,
him the
my man,
finger
what
in
they
there.
get you for?
I was being a dumbass, frauditing people.
Resist. Everything you do, resist. Don't ever work with these people. Don't answer questions.
He's encouraging his fans to resist. That's great. That's brilliant.
Yeah, at this county jail.
It's like, who the hell are you to tell me to open my window? A jag bag with a camera.
What they get you for, man? What are the charges? All right,
Oh,
guys, they
just
gotta
rape,
wait in
murder.
line to get into the jail. There's so many inmates that the cops
robbery.
cannot drop off their inmates.
We heard the sheriff said he's not taking no more people from the beach. Said you got to take them to your own place.
Snafu the Great, what's up? Christopher O'Connor, what's up? Anyway, this looks like it's pretty much nothing from here on. But yeah, that I wanted to show that as an example of, you know, how these guys are the ones that act more like a gang that are trying to, you know, intimidate people. You walk into a building and there's what, 5, 6 deep, and just he's yelling and screaming and blah, blah, blah. And then that one cop, he walks in there and immediately they start yelling at him because he has a gun, which obviously he wouldn't bring a gun with him to work unless he knew that he was allowed to bring a gun to work. And it is in fact part of his uniform. And he's probably required to carry one. So, you know, and then they're saying that he's unprofessional and I want to file a complaint on him and this and that. Because what did he do? He walked into work and you didn't like the fact that he had a sidearm. So now you're going to file a complaint on him for that? Ridiculous. Oh boy. Anyway, we got a lot of great. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, Troll, for the $10 Canadian. I appreciate it so much. Keep exposing these fools. Rear Admiral out. Yes, because he's a member. He's on the Rear Admiral tier. I love you, Troll. I hope you're feeling better. I know you had a scratchy throat on your stream earlier. Let's see. Will I be on Monday morning? Every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. I'm going to be here unless, like what was it? When the hurricane came through, I didn't have power or internet that morning. So I went on live that night to make up for it. But I do plan on doing every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. from now on. That's my thing now. This was just like a last minute thing. Like I said, I was looking for something to watch on YouTube and there was nothing on. So I'm like, well, I'll go on then. Why not? Excellent. Good to hear that. Good to hear it. We were just talking about, did you see the stream that Artie did, Artie's Corporate Fiction with Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind? We were watching a clip of that. And in fact, I showed a clip of your video of the Big West arrest from earlier. But yeah, I was showing a clip from Artie talking to this dude. He was on the panel with Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind and Ironton Auditor, and Joe Cool was there, and all the regulars over on Sovereign Soul's channel, and his son, Sovereign Soul's son, was in there, and he was doing the same thing he did when I was on that panel. He was talking over him and not giving him a chance. But Artie is a lawyer, so he knows what he's talking about. So this guy would quote a law, and Artie would literally pull up the law he's quoting and say, "Okay, let's see what it says." And saying, "See, that's not what it says. What you're saying is, and what it says is different." And eventually, he got mad and said, "Oh, well, you're just a Jew lawyer anyway, so I don't have to listen to you." And at that point, it was like everybody was done with him the second he said that. And then he got mad and rage quit. But yeah, it was like, you're going to turn this into an anti-Semitic rant. So not only are you an anarchist and a sovereign citizen, but you're an anti-Semite on top of it. The trifecta. All right. Trifecta of stupidity. I had a Mystery Science Theater 3000 marathon earlier today, but my internet went down. Oh, no. Good luck arguing with soft sets. Yeah. That's the thing. I've been finding out more and more. The more I deal with these guys, and you've been doing a good job of having interviews on there. But I've done some interviews. I did Direct D through your channel. I've talked to Audit them and Craig from CH and Thai Audits, and on my channel I've had Rogue Nation up twice, and I know there was another one in there somewhere that I talked to. But the point is, they have these arguments that they make, and it's like the whole driving versus traveling thing, right? Like, their definition of driving is not the definition of driving, right? So anytime you say that word, they're going to take it and twist it around into their definition, and you can't talk to them because everything you say, they're going to twist it into their definition, which is not true. Debate Denver Metro Audit. So yes, everybody definitely check that out. It's debate 6 p.m. tomorrow. That's going to be fun. I'll definitely be there. And this is another thing with all the greats, Troll, Artie, whatever, this and that. I might not always, because a lot of times if I'm out and about, I'll be watching on my phone, but I can't really, do comments and stuff on there. So I'm always lurking and I'm always watching, but I'm not always commenting. So I don't know. I might not always be there. I'll be there, but I might not always show my face. But yeah, it's fascinating to me sometimes how this whole thing in Big West is a great example of it. Seems to be growing, right? And let's see. Artie is not Jewish, anti-Semitic, and stupid. Yeah. Hey, Kiss a Cat, what's up? And the Forgiven Jerry, hey. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah, we got Halloween coming up. I started off my Halloween season right off the bat. Today I watched, what was it? Dang damn it, I already forgot. The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, his version of The Fly. We watched that. And then before that, I watched there's a channel that I watch called Red Letter Media, and they do movie reviews. And they did a review of Creepshow, and I love that. That's a classic, and that's one of the ones I plan on watching this month anyway. So that was really cool seeing that. And being reminded that it was directed by George Romero and written by Stephen King. So that's good stuff. Yeah, I got lurking on your phone. Aha. Oh, see? Well, the thing is, for the most part, with this whole scene and the Grand Wazoo, Poltergeist. Yeah, that's another good one. Steven Spielberg, horror film. Beautiful. All right, Kim, is Hocus Pocus 2 any good? Because that just came out, right? 13 Ghosts. All right, well, if that's where we're going to go, since it is the 1st of October, what are your favorite horror movies? I'm still partial to The Shining and The Thing. I love those. I watch The Thing every year. The original Night of the Living Dead. It's okay, not as good as the first one. All right. Lots of good stuff out there. Let me see what else I wanted to talk to tonight. Like I said, this was sort of a last minute, nobody else was on. So I'm like, hey, I'll go on stream. I talked about Artie, the frauditors acting like tyrants, and Big West getting arrested. Let's see. Tried to watch the Munsters. Ugh. Maybe we could turn this into like a Halloween kind of stream or a music stream, something like that. What do you guys feel up to tonight? Let's see. The Blob. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Carrie. Yep. The original Fog. Yep. Christine. Yeah. Dawn of the Dead. Let me tell you something. The original Dawn of the Dead, the George Romero one, I have it on DVD, and the DVD I have of it, after the remake came out, they stopped making the DVD. So now the DVD, if you have it, that's a big deal because you can't get it anymore new, and I got it. So good stuff. K-Far's in the house. Look at this. We got K-Far. We got Frauditor Troll. We're rocking and rolling. Link me up, Scotty. What, you guys want to come up and have a discussion? Let's see. Vampires, werewolves, and zombies. Oh, my. I loved the Munsters when I was younger. Yeah, horror movie junkie. Oh, yeah, I love horror movies. What did you use on your old intro for guitar? Which song? Let's see. Well, usually, if I do all my guitar recordings, it's either, depending on the song, it's either my Les Paul, my Ibanez, or my what's the other one I used? Oh, it was a Schecter Devil Spine. I have a couple other ones, but those are the ones I've used on all the recordings that I use on the channel. The original Werewolf, yes, the Wolfman, starring Lon Chaney Jr. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, man, that don't count. I love A Clockwork Orange. Love it, love it, love it. Frauditor Troll said, Ibanez for the win. Yes. Let's see. Sounds like a double amp. Oh, I recorded it twice. It's an actual double track of not copy and paste double track, but physically double tracked it. So, because I wanted it to have that fat sound, like especially when I do those bends, really like lean into it. Just bought one. Excellent. Let's see. So, I got a couple people asking if they can come up. So if anyone wants to jump in here, I'll go ahead and put a link in the chat and see who or what pops up. so far it looks like we got all good people here today. And yeah, why not? We'll sit here and have a discussion about idiots. Have some fun talking about their immense stupidity. Um, you're pretty wasted. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you very much, Troll. I appreciate everything. Thanks for the support. Glad to have you here, buddy. And have a good night. Sleep it off. Clockwork Orange gave me nightmares. Oh yeah, that movie is like really, really. Oh, that movie's really something else. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. I love Stephen King in general. We got the Forgiven Jerry back again. What's up?
Hey. Oh man, you started talking about horror movies. I was like, man, I want to go up there. I want to talk about some horror movies.
Yeah. What are your favorites?
Well, I was a zombie fan before they were a thing. So I was all about Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, all the remakes, Resident Evil. You know, all zombie all the time. I love zombie stuff.
Have you seen Return of the Living Dead?
Return. It was skipping my mind. That so I was like which is the one that one has the best intro song that out of all the zombies movies that I've watched. That one has the best intro song when they get to that little opening scene where the smoke is going through the vents.
Yeah.
That's a cool little track. That dun 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 dun.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. I love that picture. And I saw that in the theater when it first came out. That was crazy.
You did?
And I did not know what to expect. I saw it actually in a double feature with the original Friday the 3rd, or not, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, the days of the double feature.
Yeah. So that was wonderful. That was a great night. And I was young too, so they actually got me, you know.
Well, when I was in junior high, I used to walk to the movie theater all the time because for $5 you can watch 2 movies, get a popcorn and a soda.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. The zombie flick in the shopping mall was Dawn of the Dead, Christopher.
Yeah, I love that one. I love that one, and I like the remake.
Yeah, they're both good. The original though is like, oh man.
They don't make them like that anymore because that makeup artist, huh? What's his name?
Tom Savini.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't do that anymore like they used to because everything now is. This is one of the things too that, like, I'm hoping that Hollywood will kind of see this and understand that when you look at all of these big, huge budget blockbuster sci-fi special effects extravaganzas that have been coming out the last few years, the highest grossing film in the last 15, 20 years is Top Gun Maverick because it's all practical effects. And even no matter how good the CGI is, the human brain can see that it's not real. Like, you just know it isn't. Even though it might look real, you're not going to sit there and go, wow, that's a real thing. You're going to sit there and go, wow, it looks really cool the way they did the CGI on that thing. But you still know it's fake, you know. But when they use practical effects, and in those old horror movies, that's what they did. The monsters weren't CGI. It was either an actual puppet or an actual dude in a suit, you know, whatever it was a physical thing that existed in the world, you know.
Hollywood has relied a little too much on CGI, and it goes to show like that just goes to show you how good a movie like Jurassic Park is. Now I'm kind of moving away a little bit from horror movies, but Jurassic Park, that first one, it mixed CGI with practical. And you would think that they would have just like kind of kept that concept because that movie has lasted, you know, all these years. And when you see it, that CGI was real good on that movie. Now, of course, you know, it's a little dated a little bit in some of the CGI, but those dinosaurs, you know, you can still see that very first movie and like it's just as impressive as the latest one that came out.
Yeah. When that first came out, it was groundbreaking CGI. Well, first of all, we got another guest on panel. How you doing?
Hey, Hezekiah, how are you?
I'm good. Just having fun now. Having a discussion about horror movies. It's October, so we're getting started. And we were just talking about the whole idea of like special effects versus practical effects. And he mentioned Jurassic Park. And another really good example of that, I think, is the Lord of the Rings movies. They used CGI, but they used it with practical effects to, make everything transition smoothly,
Yeah,
that sounds
yeah,
weird,
go ahead.
Yeah.
What can I compare a frauditor who's so obsessed with the Third Amendment, which I would actually be funny if he said,
Yes.
Say there's no expectation of privacy.
Yes. There is no expectation of privacy in public. Oh, man.
P. Barnes, which say, "You shall not pass."
Yes.
Oh, that would be the security guards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a courthouse security guard.
Yeah, yep. Good old P. Barnes, man. If we ever track that guy down, oh, man, I wonder if he knows he's a legend in our community.
And here's what I'm thinking, that incident when P. Barnes tased that soft stick, I forgot this name. I think that was back in 2013.
Yeah, just wanted to say hello to Roseanne Massman. She just dropped in to say hi before bed. Hello. Glad to see you. Go ahead. Hey, you.
As I said again, I think the incident with P. Barnes was back in 2013.
Was it 2013?
Yeah, it's been a while. So. But it's that classic. It's like
exactly 9 years ago.
Yeah, everyone knows that now. He's the legend, the man. We need more of him.
I actually didn't see that video. I didn't see that video until about 2015, so it was already out there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was there for a while. I can't even say I remember when it first happened, but I remember when it first started becoming the classic video that it is now, What video is P. Barnes? Okay, hold on. Somebody said they didn't see it. Okay, I'm going to show it right now because if you don't know P. Barnes, you've got to see it. It's a classic among classics.
P. Barnes was a courthouse security guard who tased
Wait, no
that
spoilers if they don't know. Let's pull it up and let them watch it because this is so classic.
Let them get the pleasure of seeing one of the most satisfying soft sit auditor videos of all time.
Yes. Oh man, this is great stuff. Here we go.
Name either. I've got a name. My name is Robert. You can call me Robert.
Okay, now I know that.
Okay.
I'm not. See, you deal here with Admiralty Maritime Jurisdiction, which deals with persons, which I am not.
What are you? Are you human?
I'm a man.
You're human?
Translation, I'm a jackwagon.
No.
You're not a U.S. citizen.
I was not born in Washington, D.C. or any territory of the under federal jurisdiction, so no, I'm not a U.S. citizen.
You were born in Canada?
I was born in America. Yes, I'm a state citizen of one of the several states.
There's more than 7.
One of the several?
Which state?
Idaho.
Idaho. Can I see your Idaho state license?
No, I don't have one.
You don't have one?
My person does, but I don't. And I don't wish to create joinder with you.
All right. And if you want to just...
Hey, your name, please? E. Smith. Thank you. Are you a bailiff or are you a prosecutor? Oh, you're probably a bailiff. You got the air thing in, huh?
Yeah, where did you get that from?
The man, the myth, the legend, P. Barnes, right there.
I know.
Oh, and by the way, that lady that's right there, that's this kid's mom.
Yeah.
Are you here for 8:30? Okay. I'm not starting up yet. You can have a seat on the bench here. That just makes this
I'm gonna
video
go
like
ahead and
10
speak with
times
the
more
prosecutor.
epic.
Excuse me. You're blocking my freedom of movement.
I am.
All right. Well, P. Barnes,
Uh-huh.
you just admitted to me that you're violating my rights.
No, I'm not. You
Not
can't
really.
come in with the camera.
Well, you're violating my rights. And this is also freedom of the press.
From behind you.
This
You
is
are
also
not the
freedom of the
press.
press. I mean, I don't know what the hell law book you're reading, man, but it
I
doesn't
don't know
apply to
what
me.
law book we're.
Take the camera with your mother outside the courtroom and you can come in.
You are not God. You have no jurisdiction over me.
God's not worried about cameras, sir. I am.
All right. Well, why are you worried about cameras? You want to do something
Against the
wrong?
rules.
Because you want to do something wrong? Because if it's against the rules, that means it's because somebody intends on wronging somebody else because they're afraid of being held accountable. P. Barnes.
It's a nice speech, but you're still not coming in.
Well, I mean, I don't have to go in because you can't even issue a warrant for me.
You might as well leave.
Well, no, I'm going to
A
go in there.
warrant? What are you even talking about?
Without the camera.
Well, please step aside. I'm going in.
No, you're not going in.
Don't touch me.
You're not going in, sir.
Let the record show that you just battered me.
Step back.
And you're using.
That's great.
Stop, please. I'm not doing anything wrong.
He didn't take any of that guy's crap and he immediately tased him. I love it. He didn't sit there and have a 45-minute argument about jurisdiction. He just said, okay, get back or you're getting tased. 1, 2, bam. Oh, I
I'm not
love it.
worried about tasers. I am. I love that. I love that line.
Yeah. Well, he said God's not worried about cameras. I am, but yeah. So it looks like we got one of these guys in here. He said, I'm a bootlicker. Speak of the auditors, you claim to be the destroyer of you bootlicker.
The reason why they call us bootlickers because we rather follow the law instead of breaking it and live a better life without having the law, the courts, or the police involved.
Good point. And
right.
Just to add to that, they also don't see the irony and cleverness that and them being sycophants of some weird, crazy dumbasses that all they do is just harass people. Like we're bootlickers. Well, I'd rather be a bootlicker than a frauditor ass kisser.
Well, and that's kind of my thing is like if you read the comments from their fans, it sounds to me like they're the ones licking the frauditor's boots. Like no matter what the frauditor says or does, they just accept it as gospel truth and just say, yeah, you go get those terrible tyrants. How dare they stand there and do nothing while you film? What's wrong with those evil tyrants? Like, give me a break.
Well, if they actually knew what a tyrant really means, they would have been whining and crying about it now, would they?
Right, because that's the thing.
So basically, what a tyrant is a cruel and oppressor that terrifies, starves, and oppresses their own people. And that's and do you honestly believe that that's what police officers do? No,
not at all. And I love the fact that as soon as a cop says anything, they're a tyrant. Like they're fraud-splaining and they're cop-splaining. I call it fraud-splaining when the frauditors talk their gibberish. But they always say, oh, they're just cop-splaining. If they explain anything. And also the given directives thing, right? It's like, hey, this is an active crime scene. There's a shooter over there. It's crazy. You need to stand back a few feet so you're safe. Don't you dare give me directives. You're violating my rights, you tyrant. If they were a tyrant, you wouldn't be sitting there filming them, arguing with them about the law. You'd be on the ground getting your head busted open with a billy club. Don't tell me that they're tyrants.
Yeah, no, and if they were tyrants, they wouldn't even think about frauding at all. They wouldn't even be an option. Because frauditors are well known to be cowards.
Yes.
And trust me, if the police here weren't cordial, if they didn't do their best to provide service without like throwing around their weight, then frauditors wouldn't exist. Because if that was the real case, that they actually did all the things that they supposedly say that they do, they would never fraud it. They'd be too scared. They wouldn't stand up to them. Frauditors stand for nothing. They all they want is their validation and their money, and that's it.
Yep. And some of them are adrenaline junkies too. They just love the rush of arguing with a cop or a judge or whatever. They get off on it.
Well, I know that some of them are. I'm not gonna say that all of them are cowards in the sense that they're not looking for trouble, because there are some troublemakers that are there because that's all they do anyways, and since they do that anyways, they might as well get paid for it,
Like SGV News.
Yeah.
The guy who always pretends to speak Arabic, Shala, Shalimi Khala, all that stupid shit, things that comes out of that guy's mouth.
Yeah, that he's just scum. That's the only way I could describe him. Speaking of which,
he also once mentioned, if you ask me, that's kind of racist, but that's actually a fact that when you're pretending to speak in a different language that you know nothing about is actually racist.
Yeah. And it's worse when it comes from, you see, I always think that racism sucks, right? It sucks for like that anybody would think about anybody lesser just because of a culture or a color of the skin and stuff like that. I think it's bad, but I think it's even worse when it comes from somebody that could understand your plight in your race, right? So like him doing that is like when people make fun of like Mexicans and how they speak English, or he should know too this prejudice. If you go to Mexico and you can't speak perfect Spanish, the Mexicans will get on your ass about that, So
right.
it's something that I think we share. As far as like something that as our cultures and stuff like that, even though they're not the same in the language and everything, but people making fun of our language like that is something that happens in between both cultures. And instead of trying to like hey, you know what, I'm not gonna do that because I don't like when people do that to Mexicans, or I don't like it when the Mexicans do it to me. I'm gonna chill out on that. No, he takes it and he doesn't give a damn. He doesn't give a damn who's he offending or who's thinking about it. Or who's feeling inferior about it or anything like that. The only thing he's thinking about is like, oh, I'm making my little dumb fans all happy. And you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That stuff is aggravating.
And speaking of which, this is a perfect segue. I got a link from Mystery Softset Theater to one of his videos that I guess he says this is an SGV video. So let's take a look at that. Yep.
And Brian Shulman said that the people who spoke against Stalin had a tendency and just disappear in the night. Well, here's the thing: not only Stalin, but Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi, Kim Jong-il, all the other dictators, they would literally wipe out anyone who speak against them and get in their way.
Oh yeah, that's.
And do you think that's what police officers do? No, that's not what police officers do. Well, only real corrupt ones do that.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, if one of these guys actually audited a legitimate tyrannical cop, they wouldn't be auditing it because they'd be too busy getting their asses beat.
Exactly. I mean, it's happened as recent as like about a decade ago. Like that African king, the prince of Somalia, or something like that. The dude, he was a tyrant in Africa, who would like, if you went against anything that if he didn't like you, if he looked at you wrong, he'll send you to go get shot. And it happened on the spot. That's a tyrant. Somebody who can assert their power and not have any kind of repercussion whatsoever. That's his will. That's a real tyrant. And the people who are closer to it are these frauditors. They're closer to tyrants than the actual cops that they go against, because they're pushing their weight and trying to get their way, and simply because they don't want to take the repercussions for the things that they do.
Yep.
That to me is more tyrant than the cops, because the cops have the power, but they're not trying to exert it. And you can't tell me that they're exerting it because it takes the actual confrontation to get them that way. It And it never happens. It never happens from the jump. It never happens from the jump. They have to push the buttons, and that's why it's not real. They're creating it, and it's bullshit.
And I just want to say hi to Debo's Nation real quick. And also just I like to acknowledge everyone when they come in. Kim Crawford, Snafu the Great Wizard. Let's see, Skyhawk, welcome. Good to see you. Let's see. Well, is anyone else in here new that I didn't say? Brian Showman. Hello, welcome. Benjamin Walter. Hello, welcome. Good to see you. And I think I acknowledged everybody else so far. So anyway, here, let's get into this video and see what's going on with these idiots here. This is Los Alamitos Sergeant Frauditor training video. Here we go. And this is
back.
from, thank you. This is from Mystery Softset Theater, and he sent this link. So let's see what this is about.
That's my dude.
Hi, folks. Well, you know, this video, it's already been done by a couple channels. Frauditor Troll did an excellent version of this. But I gotta put my 2 cents on this one. Let's get into it.
Hello, Just Another Nut. Welcome. Good to see you.
Oh, here he is, right here. What an idiot. Go cry to your daddy. Hurry up.
Patricia Darcy, hello. Oh, yeah. I love this. I covered this too.
So as usual, Jose Gonzalez is out there harassing people.
Crybaby. What a crybaby.
Not really. Oh, who's that
what
guy?
A disgusting individual. Go take a shower, man.
Oh my God.
Go take a shower.
Hello, Pot. Meat Captain.
Also, SGV News likes to make
So
mom
stupid with
jokes
those
too,
camera rigs scanning around.
Try to throw his body on
which
me.
is very mature for a 45-year-old man.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other
These
dude is
losers,
Pito Libre
man.
audits.
Ain't got nothing to do. This is not protecting anyone's
inside, man. Go
rights.
take a shower.
Yeah, no, it isn't. But going to
Yeah, you probably got a lot of
public areas,
stink in that
videotaping
beard.
random people, how's that
Wonder
protect
how
your
many,
rights?
bugs live in your beard. This cop is cool as shit, though. I love him, man. He's fucking great.
Yeah, I
Handles
love
it
this cop.
perfectly.
Wait till you hear
He's
this.
like, yeah, I'll
This is
give you some
great.
content.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, man. How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing great. How you doing? Really good.
Oh, yeah, I have
Just
seen
don't
this
touch
guy.
me, man. Oh, I just, you know, with COVID and everything. I was raised with Italian, so it was. No, I know. You're just a friendly, healthy guy, right?
Healthy?
I know.
You're the super angry
But this guy comes up and starts throwing his body on me, telling me I'm a public, I'm on his property, and this is obviously a public easement. So
Yeah, I know you guys are like looking to start trouble.
no, not really, man.
Freak people out.
We would hope people would respect our rights. What do you mean?
I got you pegged,
You know,
man.
I would hope that you would respect the fact
Exactly.
that you would come and
I just
educate
said
them,
what I
right?
meant exactly.
I know, right?
You said that people get freaked out
I like
by
this
you.
guy, dude.
I know who you are. They don't know who you are.
Yeah, but
So,
why would you
you
get
know.
freaked out of a camera?
I'm not freaked out. I'm good, brother. You're being recorded too. We record each other. Where's your camera? Oh, I don't have a camera. Well,
They
because,
try so hard to
audio,
create
then.
confrontation. Oh, the tyrants! The tyrants!
Is that the concealed?
Yep,
recording
that's
device?
what they do because they're clout chasers and they would do anything to provoke a reaction for clicks and
It's
views.
illegal to eavesdrop. It's illegal to
This
record
cop
a
is
conversation
perfect.
without the other person knowing.
Not in California.
Ah, that's right.
It's good you're doing your homework.
Oh, he
these are
called
not
you
yours.
out,
The other side,
Jose
last time you
Gonzalez.
spelled out- You actually took my video down. I
What do you
liked.
mean?
I liked your guys's. I liked your guys's.
Who's your guys's? Who are you talking to?
The Cold Stone.
Yeah, that's not me. That's not
SoCal
me.
Frauditor Circle Jerk.
No, I'm not
You guys
Cold
took my
Stone.
thing down.
I'm not Cold Stone anything. What are you
someone
talking
read me
about?
the comments and they're like, that cop made you guys look like clowns and all this stuff. It was
I took it down. I didn't take mine down.
Someone took it down.
No, you didn't find my video. You obviously don't know who I am.
Oh, I don't know.
His name is Jose Gonzalez.
SGV News, all of us in the Watchdog community know who you are and what your shenanigans. Come on, don't be stupid.
Public easement, man. Do your job.
I tell you what.
Do your job as a public servant, man.
He
Thank you.
swears it's Johnny
Alright,
Carson.
Hurry up.
I'm gonna give you a little lesson.
No, I'm gonna tell you to go educate these people, man, so they don't come up pushing their body on me, and then I have to defend myself.
Okay.
Wouldn't you want to keep people out of jail?
Well, I'd like it better.
Well, don't you like to keep the
Defend
peace, man?
yourself, huh?
Or do you
Let's
want me
see.
to
You're
handle
gonna
my own
defend
business
yourself
instead of
by
leave the
pepper
damn
spraying them.
Why don't you go educate them, man?
That's
What's
his
wrong with
defense
you?
for leaves.
Are you a
Like
peace
a
officer or
normal
not?
guy, like a
Do you
normal
like
guy.
making
Just
peace
me
or not,
and you,
dude? Yes
just
or
two
no?
guys kind of have a conversation.
They
You
are
like making
incapable
peace,
of
yes or no,
doing so.
sir?
They need content.
I like doing
Why don't you come up and educate these people properly so they don't come up putting hands on people?
God
next time they
damn,
see
one at a
something?
time.
You didn't see anybody
Kick
put
rocks,
hands
we'll
on
do it.
you.
Kick rocks.
Somebody
What
throw
is that?
leaves at
That
you.
means you start walking, man.
Kick
That's a
rocks.
rude
Yes.
Yeah,
comment
kick
to a guy
rocks.
that-
Kick rocks. They're
Yeah,
kicking
kick
and
those
screaming.
rocks.
man.
And be
You
sure to
get through
subscribe
your
to
job.
Keeping It
That's your
Criminal
job,
and
man.
tell them I
Hurry up.
sent you and
Get a
show
new
them some
line.
love.
Get a new
It's over there.
script,
See,
you
this is the
cop
part where he
beaters.
starts to get angry because I'm not doing what he
I'm
tells
not
me.
angry,
Then he
man.
starts
I'm not
cursing.
angry. That's what you don't understand. Nobody's angry here, man.
It's a
Oh yeah,
maladjustment
STV,
back
you
on
don't sound angry at all.
He made so many comments, he cussed me out. It's like I saw him on video.
That wasn't
before,
me,
and
dude.
then he showed
That
up. I was
wasn't
like,
me.
oh, it was amazing. Except they were all wearing masks last time.
That wasn't me, you dumb idiot.
He's getting mad. He's getting mad.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, he's kicking me. Remember, I
Here
used my
here
phone to
comes the
record
pig.
you. You got so angry.
What?
And my
You
phone
didn't
was on the
record
back.
me.
He's like, oh, we got your number now. We got your number. I'm like, yeah, man, that's my work number.
Oh, they got
It
your
was
number?
hilarious. I showed everybody at the station. We had the best time. I had the best time.
Yeah.
I always appreciate you guys 'cause
Were you holding your dick while doing it too, or what?
see, he starts getting
People laugh at you,
Maybe you were
fucking
having a
Jose
good time.
Gonzalez.
You were having a good time. You guys were all having a good time.
Oh, there's the homophobia.
The
That
point
was
is,
Go show them this one.
only a matter of time. They can't keep.
Yeah, it is, right?
It was.
I know. All right,
I
kick rocks.
Was he turning
And it
his
wasn't
hand?
video, man. You don't
Yes.
know who I am, man. What a disgrace.
Why was he doing that?
Man, what
He was insinuating that
wait,
the cops
are you-
masturbate to
are you the
SGV videos.
Oh my
No,
fucking!
I'm
I'm so.
You know that?
But
This
don't
guy's
talk about
very
it.
disgusting.
Because you know you're the educated.
Well,
guy.
you should be the one educating the other officers that don't know.
You know this is
But
great
you're
training.
right here wasting your time now.
They're
Look at
this
you.
is the best training. I showed them that video over and over and how to
Yeah,
handle you
and
guys.
then what? You said this is how you handle them. This is how you have.
Yeah, just expect things like this. Like food,
This is how you handle these
No
guys.
homophobia.
The important thing is to maintain professionalism.
Oh yeah, that's
and
your
understand
job. That's
you guys-
exact. That's in part. That's in your detail. Exactly.
How about you get a
That's in
job,
your
Jose
detail. You should
Gonzalez?
follow orders.
Looking for this. I'll be
You
looking
should
for this
follow
on my-
orders,
on my-
man.
I didn't look before someone gave it to me, but I'll be looking for this one for sure.
Yeah, Stone Cold. Stone Cold, guys. Go look for Stone Cold.
I liked your
Who's Stone
channel
Cold?
on my phone, so I'm gonna have to look into it.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to make a video of him
wow.
next.
I like your
This officer's
channel.
cool as shit.
wow.
I didn't say I liked it, but it was entertaining. That's for sure.
Yeah.
SGV does a really good
Do
baby.
your job. Public
Oh yeah,
servant. Hurry up.
he's definitely a snowflake
Hey, hurry up,
and a
dude, it's this
baby.
way.
And
Your
anyone
job
says
is
or
this
does
way.
anything, he's got to pepper spray
I'm
him.
asking for a service, man. Go do your job.
Yeah, because he's a little sissy boy hiding behind his pepper spray, just like Silence Boy and every frauditor. Well, maybe not all of them.
Yep.
Huh?
Badge number 179. My last name's Malatesta.
Malo what?
Malatesta.
Oh, okay. All right.
You don't want to, last name I had Cruder Marks.
We'll be we'll be getting some phone calls to your station to let the people.
Oh,
the people are going to let you know
cough
how
lung.
you did today, man. They're going to
Illegal.
congratulate
I got a
you.
call from
You have no
They're
power
going to
here.
congratulate you and say how nice you are and everything, man. Yeah, but go do your job. Being nice and doing your job is two separate things, man.
How about you get a job?
Educate these people, man. You're not going to educate
Fucking
them?
crybaby you
So what
are,
if they come
Jose
back out and
Gonzalez.
batter me again? What's supposed to happen then? What's supposed to happen then?
I think the tears are starting to well up.
Why don't you go
Yeah.
inside and educate them, man? They're right there. They're right there.
What an
Why
idiot.
don't you go fight Ricky Pinzone?
I don't normally make decisions.
No,
That
this
was
is
good
the guy
mystery.
that's
I
just
like
put us
that.
in jail for defending ourselves. This is this guy right here. When
Hey,
he
as a
doesn't go
guy,
and
I'm going to be
educate them
putting a
and
link in
tell
the
them
private
that they're doing
chat. This is
something
going to be
wrong by coming in
hilarious.
and putting their hands on us, right?
All right.
Nobody
Is
put
it
hands
illegal to
on
put
you,
your hands
you
on
little
somebody, yes or
fucking
no, sir?
baby.
I think you know the answer.
What's the law? What's the law? What's the law, man? What's the law?
If I felt like I could really
What's the law? If I come in,
I am
tell you,
the law.
what's the law? What's the law? Do your job. Hey,
Yeah.
Now get a job.
when this comes
what's the law, man?
The frauditors think they're Judge Dredd.
I will be using it as a
What's the law?
That's what they
What's the
think.
law?
Can you use mine?
What's the law? You crybaby, do your job, man.
Except that we're the ones saying,
Here.
I know
Go
you
do your
say that.
job. Go educate them.
Yeah.
Do your job, man. Do your job.
How is this dude
What a
allowed on
disgrace,
YouTube
man.
after all this shit? Like,
What a
Yeah,
disgrace.
it's good to see the link in the private chat.
thrown in his direction.
All right.
Using our
Yeah, Yeah, you can play that right after we watch this.
Yeah, there he is. Hey, go. How about Like a good time, dude.
I don't know how.
Wow.
Damn it, better push the page.
That wasn't me.
What a racist, homophobic
One of them.
loser.
One of them.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, it's verbal judo
Hold
for
on, I
these
just wanna get this
fucking
picture
cop
right here.
haters. What are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that? Big
Nice.
whoopty fucking do.
Why are you
Numbers
just
all over the car.
videotaping useless information?
The internet,
Yeah.
Come on, go look for it.
And also, they also like to videotape people's license plates, which that counts as doxing people's personal information on the internet. They do that all the time because they think it gets them power, but it doesn't.
He made
And
these
what did you do
fucking
about
cop
it? You
haters
didn't
look
do
like a
anything. You didn't
clown.
educate anybody. You didn't do
Yeah.
anything about it, man. How
You
much
mad?
better are you to show up to a scene and not do anything about it,
Oh,
Sergeant?
look who's crying.
What a
Jose
disgrace,
Gonzalez crying his
All
ass
right,
off.
come on,
Boo-hoo.
video.
Yep.
All right.
Little
Ice Rock. It's
baby.
called Ice Rock.
Oh,
Fail.
See you later, pussy. I lost
Yeah.
my temper.
why don't
Pussy.
you go
But if
look
he
at
did do
yourself in the mirror?
Well, I love it when they call them pussies because if the cop actually did do something, then they'd want to sue him and they'd cry about
You should
assault.
Google Jose Gonzalez if you aren't aware of who this guy
Which
is.
hypocrisy is
Somebody else
one of
that
civilization's
harms the lives
greatest
of others
virtues.
and
He was talking
duly
about Ice
convicted.
Cold. He had an interaction with Ice Cold and Ice Cold
So
lost
you just
control
go
and
right back
started
to the situation and
You know how he does it. Stone Cold, is that down?
Anyway, I'm done with this idiot. Yeah, that's a great video. Like I said, I've seen that one before. I covered it myself. It is amazing to see the stupidity here. But I got something from AU up here. This I think you guys are gonna like this. This is pretty funny. It's one of these little short videos. It's the helium version of the classic.
I made this a while ago.
She spit in my face.
Oh, I'm making a board.
I didn't do nothing. That means you did do something. Oh, that's a classic clip. So let's see. Let's get a little bit caught up with what's going on the chat. Let's see. Always tough talk when the cops are leaving. See, and that's one of the points that I always make with these guys is like, and I always point it out. Like I break it down into the three segments. Right? You have the cops supposedly violating their rights for asking ID. The cops breaking their First Amendment right to film, and the cop doing the walk of shame. So let's break these down. So if I'm watching a video on YouTube that's an ID refusal video, what that means is the cop did not get your ID. So to make the argument that that video proves he violated your rights by getting your ID when you never showed him your ID, so that's a lie because it's an ID refusal and he left without you giving him ID. Second, if you're filming him walking away, that means he didn't violate your right to film. You're still filming as he's walking away. The fact that you're screaming walk of shame at him as he's walking away proves he didn't violate your First Amendment right to speak because you're still speaking. The fact that the video exists at all proves that all the arguments you're making, look, the cop asked for my ID. Yeah, but he didn't get it. It's an ID refusal video. Oh, but the cop violated my right to film, but you're still filming. Like, none of the things they say are violated, or the video wouldn't even exist in the first place for us to talk about it. Gentlemen, your response?
Yeah, you're actually right about that. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I gotta go, Hezekiah. I just got a text from somebody. I gotta call him right now.
Hey, right on, man. Take care of business.
Yeah, I'll see you, pal. I'll see you, Alex.
All right, take it easy. Thanks for coming up. All right, so what do you think?
Well, what you said was actually a very good point. Yeah, well, like the cops never violate your right to court. Like if you walk away and keep filming. They didn't violate your right to record. Just makes no sense, you know. For a very long time, these people has been spewing false narratives and
Yeah.
not proving things with actual facts. That because they just like to make all assumptions and they like to make random things up. But people that actually know the law, those people went to college and to an actual law school and got their bachelor's degree. Like if frauders actually did that, they would know the law better than they would actually know the law better instead of using false information.
Well, and that goes back to the whole thing, like I was saying earlier about the video that Artie did last night, where he was having that debate with these idiots, and like they're talking about these laws and things, and he's actually looking up the laws that they're quoting. And what happens is the primary issue with any argument with these guys is they have a different definition. Like, just for example, this wasn't one of the things they talked about, but just an example that's easy to understand, right? The bar was literally physically a bar in the old days, and only people that were lawyers were allowed to cross the bar. That's why they call it the bar association. That's why they call it the bar exam. But since these guys are convinced that the BA it's not bar, like literally a bar, it's BAR, British accredited Royal whatever they think it means. When you talk to them about the law, they're like, well, yeah, that's because you're talking about the laws from the bar, and the bar is a scam. It's like their fundamental definitions of words are different than what they actually mean in human world English. So you have to you can't argue with them, because no matter what you say, no matter how right you are, they're going to say, even if you are right and they admit you're right, they're going to say, yeah, but you're right about something that in and of itself isn't true, because that's part of the bar, or that's part of your corporate fiction, or that's not a legal entity, that doesn't actually exist. So what can you say when no matter what you say, they're going to say that it doesn't matter? Even if you prove them wrong, they're just not going to accept your proof. It's no different than the flat earthers. You show them all the scientific proof in the world that the earth is round, and they'll say, yeah, no, but that's all just made up nonsense. Same thing here. You show them the actual laws, they're going to go, oh, that's just a bunch of corporate fiction. That's not real. I had the guy that Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind that was on the panel with Artie yesterday. It was his channel. And well, Artie's channel covered it too, but he kept talking about how these Federal Reserve notes are fake. This isn't real money. You can't use this for anything. And it's like, well, and Artie even made this point. It's like you're sitting in a house, you're sitting on a chair, you're sitting in front of a computer, you're talking on the internet. You paid for all of those things with Federal Reserve notes. So what do you mean they aren't anything and you can't buy anything with them? I could go to the store right now and buy anything I want if I have enough of those in my pocket.
Oh,
So,
you're talking about who?
Which one?
Let's say Devon.
Oh,
Who
no.
said the Federal Reserve notes and this and this, or you weren't talking about him?
No, I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, but they all have the same script. They're all cut from the same. This whole thing started in the 60s and 70s. I actually have the videos of the guru who started the whole thing, giving his lectures and his lessons on it, and I covered them once. Maybe I'll bring them back in another video in the future. But it's like it started back then with this whole misinterpretation of the laws and what they mean and how they apply or don't apply, and so they've been just trying to build that same narrative. So that's why they all use the same script. It came from that. I'm gonna mute my mic for a minute. I have to take care of something real quick. If you want to take over for a second, Arkesh, I'd really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll do the best I can.
All right, go ahead. Talk about something. Maybe answer people in the chat with whatever.
Well, what Hezekiah said was true. That these people always use the same scripts over and over again, And plus use the exact same thing nonstop instead of proving things with facts and the opinions that they say do not make any sense.
All right, sorry about that. I'm back. They all worship Ron Paul, Rogue Nation. Yeah. Hey,
All
JH
hail,
Ostruck, welcome.
bro. All hail, majorly awesome. All hail.
I'm telling you, man. And I've interviewed him on here twice now. And I haven't decided if there's going to be a third yet or not, because everything he says, and it's the same thing that happened when when Frauditor Troll interviewed him. It's like, no matter what you say, he's going to turn it into a circular argument. And what he's an expert at doing is building false equivalencies. And like, if you make a point, he'll answer your question with a question where the answer is yes. And then he says, see, you agree with me. But it's almost literally like if you say, all right, so why would you walk into an office building, walk up to the lady behind the desk, and when she says, may I help you, you say, well, I have a First Amendment right to film you, and you can't tell me not to film. And she didn't even say that. And then all of a sudden you turn into this big argument. Why do you do that? And then his answer would be, well, wouldn't you agree that if a cop kills an unarmed man and just shoots him in the head, that's bad? Yeah. See, you agree with me. What's the problem? What? What do you...
Taking the life of unarmed man, that's not good. That's not good.
Right. Well, again, though, that's the thing. It's like he builds these false equivalencies to where any question you ask him, he's going to turn it around into a question that you have to say yes to if you're being honest. But it's like, but you're just like wanting to take the yes I say to your ridiculous question about murder or something, and you're just moving that yes down and applying it to what you said about frauditing. And it's like, they're not related. Giving the secretary behind the desk in the main office a hard time isn't stopping cops from killing people. It's not even in the same zone of reality.
Yeah, and they always have this spew false narratives and cause mass confusions.
This is funny. This DN guy, he said something. I responded to it. I didn't see anything back, and now he just said something else.
Could you keep it up? I would like to read this up. So you have
avenue to connect with your man in uniform fetish. So many people are in danger because of your sickness. You're dangerous to society.
Wait, is that what you honestly think? That this guy, this nice guy, this decent guy, that one of the decent people I met, you're thinking that he's in danger to society? Are you really that stupid?
Apparently, I don't know if this guy's just trolling or if he actually has something to say, but this is just stupid. Like, okay,
how stupid can he be to think that you're in danger to society? That makes no sense.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I think the worst thing I ever did was when I was a kid, I stole a pack of gum once. I don't know.
Oh my god! We
it
should
must be the hat.
ignoring,
Yes,
we should be ignoring those idiots because sometimes they don't even know what they're talking about.
Oh, well, they always don't know what they're talking about, but
every time when they talk about laws, regulations, and all sorts of stuff, they have no clue what they're saying because neither one of these frauditors went to college, law school, or gotten their bachelor's degree.
And none of them know anything. Somebody said that I'm a danger to society because of my hat.
That's hilarious.
Yes, Garth Nader makes a very good point. Hez is one of the best defenders of legit audits and doesn't support bad cops. That's exactly right. And that's one of the things that I always try to make clear. Like, and hello, Edwin Wickham, by the way, I didn't say hello to you earlier. That's one of my big things is that when I say frauditor, I'm not calling auditors frauditors. I'm calling frauditors frauditors. Auditors don't bother me. They never did. I'll never have a problem with them. And I've covered some of them, and I give them credit where credit's due. But when I say frauditor, I'm talking about a specific group of people.
Ironton auditor is a real auditor because he knows his way and he actually knows the law. And besides, when I first checked out his channel, he seems to be legitimate.
Yeah, he is. He is. And like when he talks to the cops, it isn't him barking at the cops and being rude and disrespectful to the cops. It's him actually having a conversation. And because he's actually talking to them like a human being, they respond as if they're reacting to a human being. And that's the the problem that these frauditors and their supporters, DN, don't seem to understand is that they're always saying, well, if they act this way when I have the camera, how would they act if I wasn't filming them? It must be even worse. And this and that. It's like, no. If a regular person walks into a building and speaks to them the way regular people speak in conversations to each other, they wouldn't act that way. They're acting that way as a reaction to the way you act to them. Like you're baiting them and making them do that. I've been pulled over. I've had bad experiences with cops. I've dealt with bad cops. I know they're there. I know they exist. But I've also had very positive experiences because when they came up to me and asked me what was going on, I told them and they said, oh, okay. Ta-da! Nobody went to jail. Nobody got arrested. Nobody, quote unquote, got their rights violated. There are no tyrants. There's no nothing. They asked me questions. I didn't say, I don't have to answer your questions. No, it doesn't matter if you have to or not. I just did. And then they said, oh, and once they understood what was going on, this is the thing. They always seem to think that like all police and all judges and all random citizens, when they're auditing private businesses, are mind readers and they just know what these guys are doing and what they have in mind and what they're going to do. And if you ask them what's going on, you're just being an evil tyrant. You're Karen. You're a snowflake. There's something wrong with you. It's like, you're not acting like a normal person. You're not responding the way a normal person would respond. Well, yeah, but I have the right not to respond. Okay, that's all fine and good, but that's not the way human beings on Earth in a civilized society deal with each other. That's just not a thing, except for that you guys are making it a thing.
Yeah, just because you have the right to be disrespectful doesn't mean you should. But no matter how many times we explain that logic to frauditors, they will continue using their arguments to fit their false narratives.
Right. Yeah, that's it. It's all about building false narratives. I mean, that's one of my big things that I always like to point out when I do my videos is pointing out the false narrative building. And like the ones who've been doing it for a while, like Big Wes, I hope he doesn't keep doing it, but if he does, over time he's gonna learn and he's gonna figure out the game better. Like when you watch old Amagansett Press videos or Auditing America, whatever, they don't know what the hell they're doing. But once you do it enough, once you do it enough and you become good at it, what ends up happening is they're able to build these false narratives and they start building them from the very beginning. Like the second they walk in the door, oh, look, there's an unconstitutional sign on the wall over there. Oh, and look, these guys, I know they're going to violate my rights because they have a whatever over there. And like, oh, and there's a sign-in sheet on the desk. See, they're already building the narrative that these tyrants are violating their rights before anything even happens. Just as soon as they walk in the door, they start narrating this nonsense to get their fans buying into this false narrative that they just keep building and building and building throughout the video until it ends with them getting paid, and that's all they really care about is getting paid, not my rights.
Yeah, the only thing they care about is money and clicks
Yeah.
and views when they should be focusing on things that are actually important in life, like getting a job and treating people with respect and living in a better life. But no, they're not going to do that. They're not going to give up this bullshit that they do. They're not going to get rid of jobs. They're never going to resort things in life. They're just
Right.
going to continue wasting their lives on this bullshit that they keep on telling themselves.
Yep. Um, Kim brought up the point. Are there any vulgarity or profanity laws still on the books? Here's the thing. The problem is the line comes in when you get into what they call like hate speech, right? Blatantly saying like threats, not veiled threats, but actually like not like, oh man, if you don't stop messing with me, I'm gonna kill you. But if you actually have a knife and you're like going to stab somebody, say, man, I'm gonna kill you, that's a legitimate threat. So that's when
Well,
the
that's actually that's
words well, the point is that's when the words you're using can be something that you could get in trouble for, right? Because if you swear or something, but there are places where there are certain limits on what you're supposed to say, like in court. If you swear a lot in court, they can hold you in contempt, so there are vulgarity and profanity laws, but for the most part that doesn't really apply unless you're like blatantly crossing the line.
Oh, well, speaking of death threats, there are some frauders and sophicists that has been sending people death threats, including Mystery Sausage there, who has gotten a lot of death threats from an individual who shall not be named here.
Oh yeah,
Just for the safety of us not to get any more harassment from him, because Mystery Sausage there has been harassed and threatened for the past 5 years. But I'm not going to get into too much of that, just for the safety of me, you, and everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, hello to Leland Squirrels. I'm actually gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. If you don't mind taking the wheel for a second for me, or
Oh.
All right, hold on.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir.
All right, let's see the comments here. What about sexually implied speech? Well, people are the way they are. And Garthier, yes, MSD did find the most craziest guys, including an individual who looks very identical to the Penguin, who, last I heard, who is currently spending some time in jail for making online threats, which MSG once mentioned that making online threats is a crime and you spend some time in jail. And that's what happened to Penguin's twin sister. You know what I mean? But just kidding. Just kidding. Let's see. Let's see. And you wonder, yes, yeah, freedom of speech is a limitation, just like there's a limitation if free speech when you go into a courtroom. But the only kind of free speech that you have is from the government, not into public. What was it called? Public forums. Like you have very limited freedom of speech in public forums. But yep, and again, the only kind of free speech you have is from the government. Let's see another one.
I'm here. I am back.
Yeah,
can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah, so I told everybody that the only kind of free speech that you have is from the government, not in public forums, including courtrooms.
Well, that's one of the things too that these guys were arguing about with Artie yesterday. Is they're saying that the government doesn't give you rights, God does. And like the whole circular argument is
Well,
so ridiculous.
I'm not
Because
against religion, but sometimes people like to play politics with religions, just like people like to play politics with everything and create bigger problems that never get resolved.
right. And what ended up happening was he was talking to this dude and Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. And basically what he was saying is um like okay, and him and Artie broke it down and it was hilarious and like how Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind didn't get this as he was explaining it is ridiculous to me. But what happened was he was saying that, well, okay, so if you got your way, if there was no government at all, no cops, no nothing, what would happen?
B1 that is correct. Freedom of speech protects us from the government, not from other citizens.
Right. Yeah. But so anyway, like I was saying, he's telling them, hey, you don't want any laws, you don't want this and that. So what happens if somebody tries to hurt you or your family? Oh, well, you shoot them. Well, what if them and their people got more guns? They'll shoot you. Well, then, yeah, we'll get more people and then we'll come back after them. And before you know it, you got this big group of people shooting at this big group of people. And then somebody, whoever has the most guns, is going to take charge. And then before you know it, you're right back to where you started. Like there's a reason why these governments and these law enforcement agencies and all these things exist, because before they did, people were on their own, and obviously that wasn't working, so they had to find a way to make it work. And yes, this system isn't perfect, but it's the best one we got at the moment. And going backwards isn't the solution. All right, so I'm going to pause one more time real quick because I lost my glasses when I got up just now. Hold on.
Sorry. Let's see. The chat here. Swirl says the world would be chaos if we didn't have order. That's a fact. Like, and including this country, if we did not have any laws, regulations, or government, it would be chaos. It's like imagine in every country throughout the world, including this country, did not have any laws, regulations, or any government, it would be chaos.
Absolutely.
And yes, democracy is the best of the worst system.
Yes.
But sometimes people take advantage of democracy.
Right. And dag nabbit, my hat keeps flopping
I wish
out.
Glenn Cereal would come back, and Chili is getting boring. Well, yeah. Delete lips or delete eyebrows is getting boring.
Yeah. It was a great stream, although it hurt my brain. Yeah, Roseanne, we were talking about that earlier. I was showing some clips from it, especially the part when I'm trying to come up with another name for the guy because he's such a scumbag. When he called Artie a Jewy lawyer, like I was.
Wait, he said that? He actually really said.
Yeah, here, I'll show the clip again since you didn't, because you don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I did not see it. So, like, did Chili call Artie a Jew?
No, it wasn't Chili de Castro. Someone in the chat was talking about the stream that Chili did, or not Chili. Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind had a discussion.
Wait, somebody call Artie a Jew?
Yeah, he was on a panel with Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind and a bunch of other guys, and I guess Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind was there.
For a very long time, there has been an anti-Semitism going on and on in this country and other countries throughout the world, including Iraq.
Yeah. But here, let me pull up a clip of that so you could hear how this scumbag tries to make his argument by just being a scumbag. Listen to this.
only way you were a United States citizen is if you lived in the District of Columbia or federal territory, dude. And there's no, it's historical. It's in congressional record, even.
298 US 193. Well, hold on a second. You wanted to say, you were
So what's
saying
going on
that,
at this point is that
Justia,
Sovereign Soul's
right?
son
Right.
keeps quoting these
Let me
laws.
see
So
here.
Artie is actually pulling them up, not just accepting his quotes as fact.
Note
He said them
page
because he
says,
said it.
Well, this doesn't look like a full text here.
And of
Aha,
course,
here
he's
we go.
misquoting everything.
Case, Ohio. Let's see. You said it was residing. Let's find residing.
No, wait. Is it residing? I have to look. Hold on. Where the fuck did it go?
If you guys have a drink, like
yes, residing in one of the
it tastes better when we sip together.
Property.
Control F.
The apple juice.
Residing.
And individual entity.
Oh, tea. Oh, sorry.
Okay, how about the entity?
I didn't say whether it was hard
anyways.
tea, but
Nothing
it
in
is tea.
entity. Individual. There's mail to customers from individual plants. That's not it. And then individuals from the rest of the page. So this is from Justia, and it doesn't seem like your sources are on there.
What about Shapiro versus Thompson?
All right, let's
What
go
do
to
you have to
Shapiro.
say
All
about
right,
that?
all right. So we took care of that. That's pretty inaccurate. And you said Shapiro versus Thompson. What was your quote from
No,
Shapiro
it's
versus
not
Thompson?
inaccurate, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to
You said you relied on Justia as a reliable source. We just went to Justia. Oh, you want to go to case text? We can go to case text. Why not? We can do that too. Let's go. Let's go.
Wheeling Steel Corp versus Fox.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Of course, they got a paywall. Wait, is this the right case text or get scammed?
Yes, it's the one
Yes,
I always use. I don't go through fucking Google.
But it's behind a paywall. So unfortunately, we can't confirm whether or not case text is accurate. But we already debunked one of your reliable sources.
You didn't.
I just did.
No, you didn't.
I went to Justia. I went to Justia, looked up Wheeler, and Wheeler matches with Alexis Advance. But we could go to Shapiro versus Thompson. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
what
go.
about Shapiro versus Thompson?
What's the quote?
The quote is: the right to travel by private conveyance for private purchases upon the common way cannot be infringed. No license or permission is required to travel. So it says the rights of the individuals are restricted only to the extent that they have been voluntarily surrendered by the citizenship to the agencies of government. And this is another indication of the difference between 14th Amendment citizen and a state.
So the only thing for license is footnote. We implied to no view the validity of waiting period or resident requirements determining eligibility to vote, eligibility to tuition free education, to obtain a license to practice a profession or to hunt or fish and so forth. So the requirements may promote compelling state interests. So when you go on the one hand or on the other, may not be penalties upon the exercise of the constitutional right of interstate travel. So that's not the quote you're looking for. What was the other words that we can look at?
This is the quote I'm talking about. Okay. It says this. Where the fuck did it go? Hold on.
Nails him at every turn.
You've got me
every
fucking
time.
flustered because
I'm challenging you.
No, because I want to break your stupid fucking neck. But,
come on, man.
I like Artie. When everybody says something, that's why I like Artie. If somebody says something disrespectful, he laughs at them.
Yep.
All right.
That's what we should do. When somebody says something disrespectful to us, just laugh at them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a joke.
Yeah, don't give them the satisfaction. No, don't give them nothing.
Right, but that ain't even half of it. Listen to what's coming up. It gets worse. Check this out.
Okay.
Here, I definitely need to give you that.
All right. Give me 1 second. I can get the up here full quote. Doc versus medical examiners.
Yes.
Can you give me the site?
It's 94 CA 2D 751 2.211 P2D 289. There's fucking a bunch of stuff in here.
Can I see what it looks like? Might be,
Yeah, I'm trying to show you.
Hang on, I got it. Let me bring it up.
Can you read it?
There we go. 94 CA 2D 751.
I'm getting good at this technographical stuff.
Okay, so it's misspelled actually. Well, according to this, it says stuck versus medical examiners.
Oh, then I copied and fucking printed this one, so I could have mistyped it. It's fine.
Let me see if I can get it from what were we just yet?
If he copied and pasted it, how could he mistype it? That means he typed it out himself.
Stuck.
That's a hint.
Medical exam. There we go. What does this say?
So it says it's controlled by statute. The court is governed by the rules of limited jurisdiction, and courts exercising jurisdiction over such matters must proceed within the structures of the statute. The state citizen is immune from any and all government attacks and procedure absent contract, which is what I'm kind of trying to get into with the difference between 14, which you know goddamn well because I
Let's see here. So absent is not here. So absent so absent contract, that's not here. What was the other words? Let me see what.
Contract? That was a quote from
contract. Contract isn't even in here.
The state citizen is. This is all run together. So the state citizen is immune from any and all government attacks.
Immune
is Dred Scott versus Sanford. The one was the structures of the statute was the medical examiner. So.
Structure. Well, so immune is not there. You said
no, I
structure?
just said that one is, dude. I can't deal with this fucking guy. He keeps interrupting me. Listen.
So settle down. Just settle down. Make your points. You guys don't. It's starting to get ego shit going on. Let's not have that.
He's a fucking little Jewy lawyer fuck, and I want to.
Oh, dude.
Wow, what an asshole!
It's starting to get ego shit going on. Let's not have that.
He's a fucking little Jewy lawyer fuck, and I want to.
Oh, dude, come on.
See?
So I'm proud of Artie. I'm proud of Artie not giving him the satisfaction, but a Chewy boy.
Yeah.
Seriously, is that his best insult?
Well, not just that, but I mean, I'm getting echo off of you, by the way.
Oh, let me mute my mic.
Yeah. So.
Okay, how's this?
Let's see. Now I'm still hearing myself.
Hey, what?
It's actually kind of fun.
Echo.
That ego raises. See, that's the problem. Like, okay, so not only is he a sovereign citizen and an anarchist, but he's also an anti-Semite. The trifecta of stupidity, right there. Oh,
and
man.
How does he know if Artie's Jewish or not? And
he doesn't.
That's because he's an idiot who likes to make up assumptions, just like frauditors and self-cits. They always like to make assumptions when they don't even know the person. You don't know the person. You don't know what their religion is. You don't know nothing. You're just an idiot making assumptions. You're just pretending to know the person when you don't.
Yeah, they don't know anything. And this just proves it. And so this particular guy, because somebody said in the comments that his name would be on the other stream. The problem was that he changed his screen name, the name that appears on screen. Like I could make it say anything right now. He changed it.
Yeah, that's like I can change my avatar
so
what
he
I
changed
want.
it to something. So I don't remember what it is exactly. Yeah,
which that was a gift from Carla. Thank you, Carla.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you don't have to know it. I'm sorry. Somebody in the community sent me that that avatar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it's not just a question of whether or not Artie actually is Jewish. That's not the point. The point is We all know what all the Jewish stereotypes are, and that's what he was referring to. He's Jewish. He's a lawyer. Oh yeah, like that. That's anti-Semitism. That's all that is. It has nothing to do with what Artie looks like or doesn't.
And based what I think he's using very old, hateful propaganda, saying, "Oh, the Jew is responsible. This is their fault." Yeah, in reality, that's not true. It's false because, again, false narratives, false propaganda, and plus, those people are so delusional, and they would actually believe in anything they tell themselves.
Okay, I think the echo's coming from me. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Is it here now? No, see, it's coming from him because I just muted his mic and now my echo's gone. So yeah, it is coming from you.
Let me exit it out and then come back on.
Okay. Lawyers are scum, in my opinion. Well, here's the thing. Obviously, everyone knows all the stereotypes and everything that people say about lawyers as well, right? That's nothing new. Nothing new under the sun. But the fact that you're trying to have an actual discussion with someone and trying to make a legitimate point and they make a legitimate counterpoint, then you just default to, oh, well, it's the Jews, it's their fault, that's why. It's like, oh, give me a break, man. This is stupidity and dumbness personified. I'm going to drop a link in the chat again. If there's anyone else who wants to come up, you could go ahead and click on it and we'll see who shows up if anyone else wants to come up and just have a little chat. I'm not going to stay on here too much longer. It's getting pretty late and I've already been here for 2 hours, but we'll see how it goes. So let's see. Yeah, the chat there was bizarre. And like I said, I've been on that same panel before. And that particular guy was doing the same thing to me as far as talking in circles and, just nonsensical arguments and all this BS and not listening to reason.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. How's this?
Let's see. Yep, that's better.
Okay.
What's up, G61? Welcome. Good to see you.
So yeah, the spread of false narratives. I guess it's not I guess the 21st century is not the only time when the spread of false narratives.
Oh yeah, that's their bread and butter.
Yep.
The false narrative building. That's what they do. Oh man. It's not good, man. It is not good. Please don't forget to vote in the Grifties. Yes, Chili de Castro fell down to 3rd place last time I checked him. We got to get him up there. He can't even win an award for being a scumbag. He's such a scumbag. Can't win
Did you know
anything.
there were Nazi sympathizers in the Middle East?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, including this figure, the uncle of Saddam Hussein, who once later put a political pamphlet called Three Who Shouldn't, Three that God that should never created: Persians, Jews, and flies.
Nice.
Well, not one of the greatest things created.
Yeah.
It's just their way of expressing their hate against stuff that they don't like, and people have been doing it for a very long time, and it's a nonstop.
Yeah, Sandy G61 asked if I heard about the big Wussa was. I actually showed that earlier on this stream. We covered that. Yeah, that was fun.
I saw it too.
That guy is like, I mean, and he's new to the frauditing game, and he's learning real fast that it's not a good idea. I hope he just realizes that he's being stupid and gives up, because it's not worth it.
Do yourself a favor. Don't get involved in this game. Please focus on things that actually matter in life. Please, you'll thank me if you do.
Hey, Chelsea May, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, he's a comedic genius because he's so dumb. You could just laugh at him. He's almost as funny as Chili with all the stupid stuff that comes out of his mouth. And the best thing he ever did, and I think it's going to become a classic clip, is when he started talking into the card reader like it was a microphone. Oh, that was wonderful. The guy with him didn't help. No, not at all. He was encouraging him to be lame. Juan Galt and Artie nailed them to the wall, but they wouldn't listen. No, they won't. And like I said, I've been on that panel before in the past too, so I know how those guys are. And what brings some amount of fairness and stability to the table is the fact that Ironton Auditor is there a lot as well. And he's respected by both sides of the fence. So he can kind of try and maintain peace to a certain extent. But you know, it's hard, man, because when you're dealing with people who have decided that the government doesn't actually exist, that it's like, well, so what is it then? Like, I could physically go there and talk to congressmen and senators, and you know, I could tour the White House. Obviously, the stuff does exist. I don't know. He's fourth in the Grifties, Angel. Come on, we got to vote for Chili. Get him back up to first place where he belongs. The ultimate grifter of all time. What a piece of garbage he is. He started off strong, but then I don't know how long the voting's going to go on for. Brian, what about Frauditor Troll? He was in this chat earlier, but I guess he's been doing a 21st Amendment audit, so he was ready to go to bed. Can I put up the link to vote? Sure. I'll put up the link to the Grifties right now. Just let me pull it up. The Grifties. Chili de Castro. I'm going to vote for him right now while I'm on here. Oh, yeah, he fell to fourth. Ugh, not good. Let's post the Grifties link. Boom. There you go. Go there and vote for Chili de Castro today. Oh, man. Burn, right, exactly. That's what he was calling himself during that, was Burn Corporate Fiction. And hello, Roseanne, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Where's the video of Big West's arrest? Oh, Frauditor Troll. I got what you're saying. Yeah. It's Frauditor Troll's most recent stream from today. He showed the whole thing. It was fun, especially the part when his partner got slammed to the ground by the cop. Oh, I loved that. That was beautiful. If your name is spelled in uppercase, you're a business, not a person. That's right. I no longer am a human being. I am a corporate fiction, because it's easier to read all caps than, small letters, because it's possible to get a lowercase I and a lowercase j, for example, mixed up, so they do it all caps to make it easier to read. Oh, no. It's because of government conspiracy, blah, 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 blah. Bunch of nonsense. Whoa, man. Let's see. Let me go back a little bit and see if we got any other stuff in the chat. Bobby Law's in 6th. Yep. Parody of Serious Frauditors is spot on. Where's the video of his latest arrest? That Troll got it. Surprised Caitlin Bennett hasn't been nominated for the Grifties. Yeah. Well, I'm not exactly sure how that works. It was just fun to watch. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that bit where he's talking to the card reader to one of my videos. Like I did this thing a few years ago called the Sovereign Citizen Awards, and it was great. And I think he should be a nominee for my next set of Sovereign Citizen Awards. But maybe I'll change it to Frauditor Awards for this time. what is a straw man? All right, out there, are you asking, or are you like being rhetorical with that? If you're legitimately asking, the idea is that a straw man is like, all right, I have a birth certificate, a driver's license, my car's registered, I have my name on the title of my car. So all of those things make me a straw man. And the government can take loans off of my straw man that they don't have to pay back to me, even though they used me to make. I mean, this is their argument. None of this is anything to do with reality. This is just what they say. That none of us are actually what we think we are. That the government created straw men out of us the second we were born, and they created a birth certificate by writing our name in all caps. Yeah, social security number is another one. All of those things are part of the straw man that's built by the government to basically make money off of. And what's up, VW Star? Good to see you. And yeah, so the idea in their argument is that we are physical human beings, and that the government and the laws and none of those things apply to us. They only apply to our straw men, which is the all caps version of us that exists only on paper. Which of course is a bunch of nonsense, but that's their argument. That's what they're trying to say, which obviously is nonsense. Like, that's why another one of my favorite clips is when the judge is like talking to this guy, David Hall, and David Hall says, well, Your Honor, I'm just trying to separate between the person, David Hall, and the David Hall that's all caps on my paperwork. And he's like, well, am I talking to the person, the entity, the corporate, of which David Hall am I speaking to right now? And he's like, well, I'm David Hall, blah, 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 and I'm not ready. He's like, well, if you see the real David Hall, he's not getting out of jail either. And then he hits the gavel, and that's it. It's beautiful. Let's see. Edwin Wickham says, I attempted to make a spreadsheet of the one auditor claim of filing lawsuits. I maybe watched 5 videos. I don't know how you guys can stand it. I gave up. I'm waiting for my straw man to pay my power bill. Well, I'll tell you what, Edwin, that's actually one of the reasons why I do this, is because when I watch these videos, sometimes I get so mad. I just want to like yell at the guy. And obviously I'm not there with him. So I come on here and yell at him, with you guys. So that's good. Yeah. So what they try to do as far as using the straw man to make money is sometimes what some of these guys will do, and several of them have tried it. And
I am back.
Oh, and now you're echoing again. Yeah. All right. So anyway, oh no, there it is. All right. See, it's when your mic is on. Do you have like your audio so that your microphone is picking up your computer?
I'm on my phone right now. Let me see.
Can you mute the YouTube?
Huh?
Yeah. Well, VW Star, I've had him on before, but he's just a fan, and he's a good guy, so we hang out and talk sometimes. I had a couple people on here earlier, but you need earphones with a microphone like I got. Yeah. That way you never get any echo. Anyway, getting back to the point I was trying to make, like with the whole straw man thing and all that. So there are some people who have tried it. As far as I know, everyone who's tried it has ended up getting in big trouble for breaking federal crimes, and did some good time. Basically, the idea is you can use your social security number as if it was a bank account number to cash out on the money. And people who have attempted to do that, and especially people who actually did get money, they ended up getting in big trouble because you can't do that. That's fraud. You're using a fake bank account number, but you're using your social security number as the bank account number, and that's not a thing. So, yeah, when they even attempt to do that, they end up getting in big trouble.
Let's see the chat. Yeah, it's the center again. I'm on my phone right now.
Okay. Well, at least the echo's gone. So let's see. He has the Hez okie dokie. Who? What? What happened? Let's see. You're lucky I haven't reached that point yet. I probably never will either. Frauditors are so easy to figure out, but soft sits are just wacko. Yeah, soft sits are just nuts. Yeah, they the sovereign citizens, a lot of their arguments, frauditors use the same arguments a lot, which is extraordinarily annoying. And obviously goes nowhere because it's just crap. So anyway, hold on a second. So I've been on here for 2.5 hours. It's almost 2 a.m. So I think I am going to end the stream here. Any last things you wanted to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah, buddy. Oh yeah, you're about to end the stream.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
like
yeah, I
I
have
said,
to go anyway.
It's almost 2.
But thank you for having me on here. I really appreciate it. And as I keep on saying thank you to everybody when I go on their panels, I say thank yous, just show my appreciation. So
no problem.
So thank you, buddy, and I hope to catch up with you some other time. Okay.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much for coming up.
Yeah.
All
right. Good night, folks, and stay safe out there.
Yes. Before I wrap it up, however, I would like to address this because DN made another, and this is funny. Your strong commitment to the woke ideology you possess has definitely defined your purpose, Mr. He, She. DN, the only thing I could say in response to that is, the hell are you talking about? Like, what? What does anything that I've said about anything have to do with that? Dude, you need to listen to Ben Shapiro or something. I don't know, man, because I don't know where you're at, but he's an incel. Yeah, probably, because he just is making up ad hominems that don't even make sense. It's like, I hope the Bears lose. Garth, watch your tongue, boy. Them's my Bears. The Bears. All right. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I got my Elvis troll, or well, he's a gnome, and he's gonna wrap it up for me once again by saying, oh, and thank you again, everybody, for coming out. It was actually a blast. No, you're a socialist, not a communist. No, I'm an American. And I believe in democracy, dagnabbit. And hold on, see, because this is the thing. I try not to get political on here. I just like, making fun of stupid people. But it's like, these guys drive me nuts with all of that stuff too. But whatever. Yeah, it's time to go. So somebody said, I'm a hunk of burning love. I'm just a hunk of burning love. All right. Good night, everybody. Oh, yeah, I'm all shook up.